Hello, good evening, hello. Tuesday, is it? Yes, I don't know why I'm asking someone. There is no one there. I just looked in that direction and said, is it Tuesday? Anyway, how are you this evening? More Let's Gab tonight. I hope you've had a good day. Oh, look, I got this at last. To say thank you. There we go. That's it's Kindred Spirits, and I love these. I love these. So we got them for all the family, so we can all wear them. And I know people aren't doing the clapping on a Thursday night, but in my heart, we still are. I sort of missed it last Thursday. I don't know if anybody else did. So tonight, this evening, oh my word, musical theatre goddess, Kerry Ellis. I mean, so excited. Excited beyond excited, because I actually even messaged her and I said, will you be able to sing live? And I think she said yes. So I might be wrong, but I'm hoping that the answer is that Kerry Ellis. I'm going to see if she's there. Are you there? Are you there? Oh, look at all you lovely people who are there. How lovely. Renee Elisu, London. I've got a fabulous shirt I'm going to show everybody for Hello Let's Gab on Friday night. So I'll be wearing that, which is very exciting because I think your designs are gorgeous. That's Lisu. Go and have a look. It's Lisou. And there's Dale Pinnock. Hello, Dale Pinnock, medicinal chef. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. Okay. Hello, Texas. Oh, how lovely. Texas. Do you know what? I want to, when's the next EastEnders? I don't know if we're going to be doing any, but if we do, I will definitely let you know. I sort of spoke to so many of them. I spoke to, I think, 12, 20, something like that. Lots and lots and lots. 2 a day. 15, I think I did. So we'll see. There might be a few. I was going to say Texas, a Brit in Texas. I'm trying to think of a song to do because I just did a post about Marmite. Okay. I've never had such a reaction, extraordinary reaction to talking about Marmite. I love Marmite. I'm going to do a dance and a song to it tomorrow. Where are you, lovely? Where are you? I know that she's there. She's probably a bit confused. It's fine. So if you are watching this, Kerry Ellis, you just have to say that you're watching and then I can tap you in. It's that. Dallas. We got more people. From Texas. And if you're not of an age, you won't know what I was just doing then. That is the theme tune to Dallas. Well, it was the theme tune to Dallas. When it first started, I was very little. There she is. There's Kerry Ellis, very excited. Come on. And I loved it. Go live. Come on in, Kerry Ellis. Musical theatre. Eyes and teeth. Eyes. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, you and your voice.
Oh, thank you. How are you doing? How's lockdown for you?
Absolutely okay. Absolutely okay. I think that I was actually just talking to somebody in the street, social distancing, who does a huge amount of work for kids and underprivileged families. And he's an amazing guy. And he was just saying that we're all saying, yeah, you know what? We're coping. But it's tough for a lot of people. A lot of people are finding it very difficult. How about you?
The same, really. I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we're fine. I mean, I've got my 2 kids at home and we've been doing the whole homeschooling thing, and we've actually been spending a lot of time together, which is actually been really nice. And so there's a lot of really positives that have come from it. We've all just slowed down a bit, which has been really nice. Obviously, I feel like I've had my arm cut off not being able to go out and sing, but it's kind of, it's almost a blessing in disguise because, you know, for me and my husband and my kids to have dinner together is such a rarity, and we've done that for like 7 weeks.
Lovely.
So,
but for your industry, and you know, everybody knows that Bonnie Langford is one of my very dear friends, and I've chatted to her already. But for all of you guys and so many friends of mine, it's impossible. You know, everyone has this thing, oh, well, actors, singers, they don't need to work. They're all rich. It doesn't matter. That's not the case. Not only is it your love, your job, it's your hobby, it's your way of life.
Yeah, yeah, it is actually really difficult. I mean, and yes, there's lots of support out there, but I was actually just talking to Adam Garcia today. He joined me for my podcast, and we were saying there is a bit of support out there, but the majority of us, because we're in this kind of middle ground, that yes, we do well, we all earn, and that's great. But when we're not earning, we're really not earning. There's nothing, and
yeah.
and we fall into this kind of limbo category where there's no support, which again it is what it is. And the arts is kind of a bit of a grey area, because it's like, well, we're not a necessity, so therefore it feels almost a little bit.
But you are, because all of you guys are what we've all been turning to. So people are watching television, people are listening to podcasts, people are singing, people at TikTok, we keep talking about it. You know, everybody's dancing, everybody wants to sing.
Yeah.
And it's all of that is just so important. So you guys are important to us.
Yeah. And also, you know, what we bring to the economy is massive. You know, the arts are just huge, and I think it's kind of underestimated. And it's a shame. I mean, it's great how people are becoming creative from their homes, and you know, I've attempted to do a couple of little lives and my podcast, and you know, keeping active and keeping engaged and trying to do our jobs from our home. You know, just like yourself, it's kind of finding those different outlets and trying to be creative with what you can engage with. It's been really interesting. I mean, it's never happened to any of us, but it rocked me to start with, because I'd never had the door closed, you know, I never had opportunity not available to me, and I found that really difficult throughout my whole career. There's always been something to happen or something to move on to, and suddenly to have nothing and not even the opportunity of something in a month or 2 months or 3 was frightening. And I did kind of have a bit of a meltdown, but you know, now we're just getting on with it and praying that we can get out there and do something soon, you know.
But there's been so many of you doing singing. I mean, you know, I want you to sing, you know I do, that's why I messaged you. Your voice is phenomenal, but there have been so many different sessions that people are doing, musicians and singers and musical theatre, that I find it so uplifting. It's so incredible. Thank you for all of those things that you and your industry are doing for all of us.
Well, you know, I think there's kind of two sides to it. I think one is wanting to entertain people. It's what we do. It makes the response that I've had from people when I've done various little lives or little chats or sing or whatever has been amazing. And the other aspect to it is selfishly, for me, I forget how much I enjoy singing for people and how much I enjoy performing until it's not there, until there's no opportunity to do that. And it's become so apparent to me. I'm usually so busy, and it's brilliant, and I'm so grateful to it. And I'm singing all the time, and sometimes I'm like, I'm tired, I don't want to sing today, but I do love it. But suddenly not being able to do that, or not having the opportunity to do that, has hit me in a way it's never hit me before. And it's made me realize how important and how much of a lifeline it is to me. I mean, I've found fitness, and I found bit of yoga and stuff in last couple of years, and that's been a real great outlet. But singing and performing is so spiritual in a way. It allows me to communicate, to be creative, to have an outlet for my mood, for my mental health. It's so important, and I think for people out there, it's important too. It makes people just escape for 20 minutes or think about something else when they're watching someone live, and there's nothing to compare to a live performance. And I think that's why people have been like soaking up anybody that's doing anything live, to kind of share that moment in time with everybody. That's not a pre-record, that's not you know, a rerun of several years ago. It's live, it's happening, it's there, and it feels like a bit of unity, which is what we have in theatre.
Getting everybody together. And I think you should do the Gary Barlow sessions. They've been fantastic. He's done some amazing ones. But the thing about you is, I mean, as I suppose as an entertainer, whatever you want to call all of us, it's what we love to do. It's our hobby. You know, I love doing interviews. That's what I've done for 33 years. So it's a way to do it this way, I suppose. But it's I love the sense of community that it's bringing, and the community can be vast. You know, I was just talking to somebody there from Dallas, and that's why I was singing. Da, 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 da. Love that show. But it's this wonderful sense that the whole world is in this together, and together we can somehow get through this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've been speaking to Brian a lot, obviously, through this.
How is he?
He's doing all right, actually. You know, obviously, he's had a few health issues with his leg and obviously his heart murmur, and but he's doing really good, actually. But we've been speaking a lot because we were actually in the studio before lockdown hit, and we were creating, working on a new album, and it was kind of exciting. And then obviously we got that cut off. So we've been chatting about, you know, staying creative, and he said something interesting to me. I'd done a couple of lives, and I think I did 3, and then I said, I was a bit like, oh, I'm a bit done. I feel like I'm not doing anything. It just feels like there's no quality. I'm just singing from my home. There's no sound, there's no lighting, there's no musicians, there's no camaraderie. I said, I feel like, you know, people are going to get bored of that. And he said to me something very interesting about, but you're reaching a worldwide community this way. You know, you might be playing to 500 viewers, but they could be all over the world, and people, and they are, you know, there were people in the US and Australia and all over Europe. And I was like, you know, you're so right. And I wouldn't usually get to play for those kind of people on, you know, on a date, on a well,
normal... we've got America, we've got Brazil. They just said they're in Brazil, you know. It's, and your voice is wonderful. You're like honey, and yet you've got this great musical theatre. You know how much I love musical theatre. I say that musical theatre saved me as that shy, there we are, Kentucky. The shy teenager. Musical theatre was what I did, because I was so shy that I had musical theatre, so I could sing the songs. And I loved it, and I still love it to this day. Yeah. And yet you've also got this amazing rock voice. Oh my word! Which is your natural. If you just open your mouth and sing, what's the first Kerry voice?
First Kerry voice, I think, is a bit of a mixture of the two. I think I grew up singing a range of songs. I mean, I grew up singing along to musicals in my bedroom on cassette tapes, and also...
Which was the one you used to sing to? Which one did you sing to as a child?
Well, I had the Les Mis cassette, like the double cassette, the full show. So I would sing along to that. But then I also had... My dad was a massive Meatloaf fan, and I would sing all of Meatloaf's songs. So from a very young age, I had this like combination of kind of rock musical theatre, and that has just gone through my whole career. And I've always kind of jumped between the two, and then Queen, of course. And it lent, my voice kind of lent itself to those kind of musicals. But and then obviously the Queen show came along, We Will Rock You came along, and it was like, well, this is just an absolute blessing, because this is all my worlds in one. And also I then met Brian and forged a whole new career of music, which is amazing. So yeah, my voice is kind of a mix of the two, I think, and it's constantly changing. It changes as I get older, and I find, you know, new things in it, which is weird. You don't think your voice is going to keep developing, and it does, and it still surprises me. So it's good.
Oh, there's Freya. She says she's 10. Can she have a shout out? Say hello to Freya.
Oh, hey Freya. Oh, nice to see you on here. I hope you're having a good day, and it's lovely to have you with us. Thank you.
Now, how are we going to do the singing? So I don't mean we, but are we going to get requests from people, or are you just going to sing?
Well, we could maybe do a little request, or I could just do a little bit of something. Maybe just a little bit of.
Oh, I just no. You got to just do lots of singing because I just love your voice, as you know. I've said that to your face. It's no. This isn't fake at all. I absolutely love your singing. Can we have a bit of Queen?
We could have a bit of Queen. We could have a bit of. Okay. Can anybody find me somebody to let me hear you at home love?
Your voice, your voice. Oh, you've got lots of kids watching you.
Oh.
11 and this is Kelsey, 11 in year 6. Can you please say hi to me?
Oh, hi, Kelsey. Have you been at school today? Because aren't year 6s, haven't they gone back? I mean, my eldest son has just gone back. He's been in for a couple of days now.
How's it been for him?
He's in year 1. He is loving it. I mean, I think he's kind of enjoying it more. He was so desperate to see his friends, and I think he's loved the interaction. They're also in smaller classes, which I think has been brilliant. They're getting more attention, which is lovely. And for us, it's been great because the pressure of homeschooling is relieved a little bit. And we've just got one at home now. So it's kind of nice. It's been great. Yeah. And it feels like a step back to, not normality, but a little bit of a step forward, which feels so positive. It really does.
Really. I like positive. Lots of people, of course, want Wicked. David says, please sing Popular. And Simon says, Defying Gravity.
Oh gosh. Okay. I have to think how they go.
And Dom says Popular, and David says Wicked, one of my favourite musicals. You see, it's all that.
Amazing. Okay. Okay. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave.
Oh, you can't stop there.
It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, wow. There we go. So people are saying, Claire Davis says, amazingly beautiful. Thank you. There we go. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Do you believe that anybody can sing?
I do, actually. Yes, I do. I think we're all born with a voice, and it's just how it develops. I mean, my brother will kind of tell you how he thinks I was terrible when I was younger, and I grew up, singing hours and hours and hours in my bedroom. And I think that everybody has a voice, and it's just how you develop it or how you use it. And I think there's lots of individual voices out there, and you only have to look at the charts. There's so many variety of voices that I do.
And singing is a magical thing. I mean, I'm very lucky that I can't sing like you, but I have been in town in a show, and just going out every night.
You're in a massive musical.
Yeah. But singing is something that is just, it releases something. And I think for anybody, even if there's people saying, oh, I can't sing. It's just that thing of, it's a release. It's so good for us physically and mentally, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And also because of the breath control, I mean, I found this with doing my yoga a little bit more about how important just breathing is. We don't breathe properly ever because we're always rushing around. Nobody actually takes time to. There's a brilliant thing on, if anybody that's got the little Apple Watch, it just says take a moment, and it'll make you breathe for a minute. And not very often do we stop and just take a breath and just have a minute and calm down. and singing kind of forces you to do that. You have to breathe properly. So you're actually breathing right into your stomach. So if you finish a song, you probably get that buzz and you feel a bit lightheaded and elated. And it's because you've taken a proper breath. You've actually taken a moment to breathe properly. And I think that's why it feels so good once you have sung a song.
This is lovely. Heidi Jane Rowland says, singing takes me to my safe place. That's a lovely way to put it, actually, isn't it?
Isn't it? And also a lot of parents sing to their children when they're younger, and also kids sing when they're young in school, because it's meant to it's good for you. It's a community thing. It's people coming together and singing together, and I think people underestimate the importance of it. I think it's great. It is calming. It can be very therapeutic.
Lots of people are asking your favourite musical. Donna M. Gallagher said, what's your favourite musical? Lots of people have asked that, so apologies to all the other people that have asked.
My favourite musical to be in was probably We Will Rock You, because we just had so much fun. We all felt like rock stars. We were all young and just singing this music and performing to standing ovations. You know, it was kind of magical. But I think my favorite musical would have to be My Fair Lady. One, because it was the first one I ever did, but also because I love how magical it is, and the story is wonderful, and it's just it's about change and how you can kind of fight through those barriers, and it's just, I love it. I think it's one of my favorite. The music is classic, the costumes, the story.
I want is a room somewhere far up. Go on, you got to sing. From the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, I sang with Kerry, Ellis. Yeah, that will never happen again in my life.
Oh, it might do. It might do. It definitely might do.
Oh, no, there's people saying, I love singing. I do rock choir at the moment. We're doing it on Zoom. You see, all of it. It's a wonderful way to get everybody singing.
It's amazing. I love the rock choirs. I've done various shows with rock choirs, and they are amazing. There's such a community. There's thousands of them, and they're all dotted around the country. But the brilliant thing about rock choir is one, the songs that they sing. They're always singing, you know, current pop songs that are everybody's, you know, singing at the moment, and they're just, the community that they have is unbelievable. They're like kind of the club that you want to be a part of. You know, they're just wonderful. I love.
Did you see Military Wives, the film? It's a joy.
Not yet, but I will do. I will. It kind of worries me that I'll just be desperately sad and I'll sob. But
no, it's wonderful. You will sob, but you will be. I cried a lot and I smiled a lot, and I did a podcast about it, so I saw it many times. But you will love the song choices, and in fact, if they do the musical version on stage, you should be in it.
I should.
Speak to them. Make that phone call. Call up Lionsgate.
I will. It's amazing, actually, how many people are like carrying on in this lockdown. And I've done a couple of little online sessions, little, you know, teaching a little bit, and also gone into colleges that are carrying on and doing all of their lessons over Zoom. And it's been so inspiring how people have just got online and are just carrying on, and it's brilliant that you can still be creative, you know, in this world. And I wonder how much of it will carry on when we get out, you know.
I hope it does.
It's great. I mean, the community has been brilliant. I've been able to speak to people, like you say, from all over the world, and sing with people and create together has been amazing. All the videos that are coming out has been brilliant. Those collaboration videos.
Didn't you put one out for somebody? Was it you? Oh my goodness, who was it? Oh, it was the no, I think it was you, but it was the cast of Schitt's Creek, whatever it's called. They are, is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. But it's on Netflix, and then they've done this where they're all singing this song together, beautiful close harmonies. to a college to say congratulations for graduating, and it's wonderful. And then the cast of Hamilton, of course, as well, have done it, and Hairspray. Nice. So you should, which show, if you could put a whole bunch of people together, which show would you do? Which song would you do with everybody?
Oh, well, we did one for the Mad Trust. I got a couple of
saw it, yes.
22 witches together from Wicked from over the years.
Love that.
Which was nice to raise a bit of awareness for the Mad Trust, because obviously those kind of charities are obviously getting a little bit overlooked at the moment because there's so much going on. So we did a little song for them to try and raise a bit of awareness, which was lovely. I love them, but it also makes, we did one recently for Brian. I think there was a lot of people that have played on his tours or been in the studio with him, and I think Ben Elton did a message at the beginning.
Yes, Ben was at the beginning, wasn't he?
Yeah, so that was really nice. That was great, and we all did our little bit. But what makes me sad about it is the beauty of performing is about collaborating in a room and feeding off that energy. And so I'm loving doing the videos, but then I'm like, I want to be with them. I want to be on stage.
Yeah, so no, I get that.
But it's finding those ways, isn't it? It's finding those outlets, and it's been nice to, like, I probably wouldn't have got my podcast done if I hadn't have been in lockdown.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have pinned myself down to do it. So that's been really nice. And you know, I finding
you'll be back out there, because there's no way that they can keep a star down like you. You know, I think you are fantastic. So can we end with you singing us another little song, please?
Yeah, you can. So the little story behind this, I made an album before we went into lockdown that I was going to just I had loads of concerts coming up, and I wanted to have something that was new and that people couldn't just get online. They couldn't stream it. Something that people could kind of take away from the concert. So I made this album called Feels Like Home, and where is it? I thought I had a copy. And
Feels Like Home.
Feels Like Home is the album. And then obviously lockdown hit, so all my concerts were getting postponed and people were asking about the album, and so I thought, well, I'll put it on my website and maybe, you know, send a few copies out to people that are interested. And it went mental. I turned into my own little production company, which was lovely. And then it's still not on iTunes, because I don't want to part with it yet. I don't feel ready to just put it out, you know. I wanted it to be special, you know, you had to work a little bit to get it, you know, and so that's really nice. But I'm going to sing a little bit of a song that's on the album, and it's an Elton John song, but it's also from the musical Moulin Rouge. So this is a little bit of your song.
Oh wow.
My gift is my song, and this one's for you, and you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I've put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Every hair is standing up. You just, that voice, and you just, what's so lovely about you, it's not just your voice, it's just you. You're a lovely, lovely person. And you've got so many years of being on that stage and everybody knowing how brilliant you are. And I just send you so much love. Thank you for doing that. What a voice and what a heart.
I'll send you a copy, Gabby. Send me your.
I'd love one. I know when we can download it. No, if I go to, how do people get it? So tell everybody how they can get it.
Just on my website. It's just on kerryellis.com, and you'll find it on there. And that's the only place it's available.
Right. Then don't send me one. I want to buy it, because also my girls are in their bedrooms listening to this. because they both love you and love musical theatre. So
amazing.
thank you, and I'm going to download it. I'm literally going to do it now.
Oh,
Bless you.
Thank you.
Stay safe, and
You
we will
too.
see you very soon. Oh, what a voice, what
Thank
a heart,
you.
what a girl. Bye. Wow. That was beautiful. Isn't she amazing? Isn't she amazing? If you didn't know her before, I hope you know her now. I hope you'll download her album. That's not why she was doing it. She was doing it because we were chatting and saying, would you like to do this? Oh, I'm actually speechless. That was beautiful. By the way, you all were asking about this. This is from kindred.co, supporting the NHS charities together. It says thank you. And we ordered it online. We've each got this at home here. So that's where that is. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow night, magic. We've got Magical Bones live at 6 o'clock tomorrow. We haven't done magic this way before, so it's a new way of doing it. So we'll see what happens. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant, as was Kerry. Kerry, thank you. And good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.